If you haven't heard from an atheist at some point that they just can't believe in the Bible because of all the miracles in it, I guarantee you at some point you will. Stick around to find out the appropriate way to respond to this question. Coming up. What's up guys, I'm Josh and welcome to Christian Sophistry, taking apologetics to the next level. And if you're new here and you want to engage in this conversation, go ahead and think about hitting the subscribe button down below and the bell notification so you don't miss anything. So you may have noticed that this video is a remake of one of my earliest videos. And that's not because I'm running out of ideas, but just do remember that you can comment down below with any questions that you want me to answer here on this channel. Please. No, actually, I just think that this is an important question to tackle because it comes up so often from critics. And let's face it, a lot of my older videos, the production value and quality of them were a little...
There's no way getting around it. Miracles are impossible.
Whoa, the background changed and so did his shirt. It's a miracle. Alright, well, let's never speak of that again. Okay, miracles. So, believe it or not, Christians and critics actually agree on a centrally understood characterization of miracles. And that characterization is the fact that miracles are impossible. Actually, the whole point of miracles is the fact that they do not occur anywhere in the natural world. Otherwise, miracles would be seriously underwhelming if we had the ability to point to nature and say, that's how miracles work, we understand that. I feel like that just reduces Jesus to a contestant on America's Got Talent. Like, sometimes we're like, oh, that's cool, and then other times we're like, I could do that. If God exists, it's perfectly reasonable to believe that he has the ability to defy the natural order that he created in the form of miracles. I don't know what it is about critics that makes them think that Christians are all just so gullible that they're so willing to believe in magic. We Christians think that miracles are just as unbelievable as critics do. The difference is that for Christians that validates our belief. And I do think that it's seriously unreasonable to identify miracles as the reason not to believe. When critics tell Christians that miracles are impossible, they're not telling us anything that we don't already believe or know. It's not something that we disagree with. The difference is that we come from different presuppositions. People of a naturalistic worldview assume that miracles don't exist because they're found nowhere in nature. Of course, if they were found in nature, we wouldn't really be able to call them miracles at all. So things like the multiplying of food that just isn't there, or one substance changing to another, or instantaneous healings, these are things that are defining miracles. Miracles by definition defy nature. They are supernatural. I feel like it's a seriously unreasonable request to demand evidence for a miracle because I think that they're impossible to prove, and here are 3 reasons why. 1, miracles can't be predicted. I do realize that there's some Christians that don't believe miracles that happen today, but if they do, they're impossible to predict when or where they will happen. That authority to defy nature in that way is something that only God can enable for his purposes. Number 2, miracles can't be replicated. I realize that I may be walking on eggshells with some Christians on this one, so let me clarify. Miracles cannot be brought into labs for testing to examine what happens during miracles. Miracles cannot be reproduced for scientific purposes because you cannot harness that ability. And number 3, miracles can only be recorded by words. I'm making some small assumptions here when I say that if we were to observe miracles, I don't think that we would be able to observe any causal reactions other than the miracle that is happening itself. So I don't think there would be anything to observe other than, oh, 1 minute it's water, oh, and the next minute it's wine. My main point is that the only reliable mechanism that we may ever have, or at least just right now, for the recording of miracles is eyewitness accounts and words that are written down by people. But for a lot of critics, that just doesn't seem to be good enough. Science is not capable of observing miracles. So to say that the Bible is unbelievable because of the miracles in it is itself an unscientific claim. Science has not disproven miracles by observing the natural order. Miracles, by definition, defy the natural order. It doesn't take a 21st century scientist to know that miracles are impossible, but it does take a reasonably honest assessment to know that that's not a good enough argument to disbelieve it. So that's all I have for you in this video. If you thought this video was valuable, please like and share this video with your friends. Otherwise, thanks so much for watching, and thanks for arguing with me.